Hi, I'm Jim, one of the salesmen here at Port City Race Cars. In this episode of the Parts Counter, I'd like to show you some of the great products we get from Sweet Manufacturing. Big variety of steering products. Everything from your collapsible steering columns. They offer them in two different ways. This type of version, which does not have the outer shielding on it. If you have a older style weld-on bracket with a slot in it, it comes with an oversized heim. You just double nut it to attach it to your dash. Or you can get a bearing type, which would eliminate this, and then you can use the double shear type of a bracket. These are offered in a few different lengths. There's a bolt-in piece that goes in between this that will have a bearing to accommodate that. If you use this type with the housing, it just has a clamp collar that would go around it to lock it in place, and again, bolted in between the double shear bracket. For steering wheel quick disconnects, they have this red aluminum one, or this gold anodized steel type version. Some rules definitely require you to run steel, so they have it either way that you would need. Power steering servos, large variety of rates. This is their smaller lightweight version. It takes a red clamp collar that would go around this end here, and then you have a weld-on bracket off your chassis that this would bolt to. The older style servo was much larger in size. They still offer that as well. If you try to switch to this, your spline work, you'll have to change some U-joints around. So it probably is easier if you just switch to what you had. Both styles, again, have a large amount of ratios to cover you. If you're going to a high bank place or something, you may need to try to change this out and help your steering situation. Same thing with a pump. Like this is their 1700 PSI pump. If you're going to a Winchester or Bristol or something, it's absolutely something to use. Maybe an excessive, if you're running a flat quarter mile somewhere, you might not need a pump to this magnitude, but they offer a large variety of those. The U-joints, again, to accommodate to fit the rack, or if you have a steering boxed car, they sell steering boxes as well. Splines to fit those, splines to fit each end of the servo, to fit the end of their collapsible columns. Nice selection of those. Steering racks. This is a typical 18¼ inch rack. They usually stamp it right on this body style here. If you have a car and you're not sure what it is, you can measure your pivot points from tie rod to tie rod. That's what that measurement is there. Few different widths available on that, ratios, depending on what you're doing. Again, that number is like, this is a 3-inch rack, which is stamped right here. Spray a little brake clean on your old one, you should be able to see what you had if you're trying to compare it to the same one. If you're ordering a new rack, they'll do it however you need it. This has both ends up. They sell ones where the ends go down. If you have trouble getting bump steer this way, if you switch your end around, it'll help out quite a bit. If you have a rack now, you can just disconnect the cylinder, take the end off, switch this around. It should be able to get you accommodated. They make a lot for dirt cars as well, which is a much wider pivot than what we run on our asphalt cars typically. I keep a few of these here. Anything custom that you would need, we can definitely get it ordered for you. Any questions on any of their products or anything else, please let us know. Thank you.